Greetings again. This is vlog number 2. Video log. Yes, it's my nightly vlog because yet again it is the middle of the night. In fact, my clock says 12:14, so it is tomorrow in yesterday's terms. But yeah, let's have a little talk. There's not much that I've done except I am now getting my video made, so hopefully it's going to be done overnight. When I wake up, it's going to be ready to upload. So you're going to see that boom box. What else? I have been working on another project, so that would be working on a puzzle or cuboid type thing. So the thing about me is I like mini things, so I tried to make at first a 1x2 that prints in place, so that means you don't have to assemble it after you print on a 3D printer. And I came up with this thing. Only problem is the things are too close and the plastic's basically welded together. It's fused together, so these two cubes will never, well, they are meeting, they'll never separate. Never separate. I did use some tools, tried to force other parts to turn. It didn't turn out quite that well. I just kind of twisted the parts permanently apart. Eventually I got the tolerances down right, though I had to stop this one early because I really wanted to see what the insides look like and if they were actually going to work. They were going to work, so it's unfortunate I stopped that print, but the thing about 3D printing is that it's quite inexpensive and you can re-3D print something. So my first working 1x1 by 2. The thing is, if you want to add a more complex puzzle, you don't have enough space inside for mechanisms for adding more cubies to it, if that makes any sense. So I had to scale up, and of course it wasn't too bad. I kept the mechanism about the same size, except I extended the one of the pins a little further down into the cubie to make space for other parts. But before then, or maybe during, I also wanted to make the puzzle more satisfying. So I tried to find a way to add springs and hardware pieces. We do have a twisty puzzle designer with 3D printing. I forgot his name. His name is Tim. And he does have some videos that are really awesome. You gotta go check him out. I'm gonna link to it somewhere. Don't know where it's gonna appear. But yeah, go visit his channel. But here I started trying to add springs and screws. It's hard to show from here, but the point is you should be able to turn and the puzzle pieces will click in place as such. Now I don't like it when things are permanent, and I also don't like it when you have to screw things in and then have caps. So I tried to hide the caps inside, but because of the tolerances you can see that the puzzle is a bit loose, but it is actually quite secure. So this guy used rounded bumps. I also tried something that's more of a funnel design, but it makes it much harder to start the turn. So you can hear the resistance. So unless you can tell that you can rotate it, you won't actually try twisting it if you're holding this for the first time. So that's hard. But I did eventually get into the 1x2x3 cuboid size. The problem is when you're breaking down a part, especially PLA, don't overdo it, or don't rotate the pieces too quickly when they're still really tight. Otherwise, due to friction, it's going to warm up and the plastic is going to start melting and deforming. So that's the end of that. Of course, the second time I was more patient. I do learn. I sometimes learn. So we do have a working 1x6. You can turn the top and bottom as such. And you can also rotate the left and right sides and scramble it. But this is using the old print-in-place pivot in the middle. So it's actually quite loose. You can you can see how jiggly the parts are. So I'm going to see if I can keep working on that, but I do have a customized version of this that I'm going to be excited to show you, but I'm going to save that bit for the actual release video. So keep an eye out for that on 22 Puzzle 22. So I'm making a point to make videos that I'm making a point to work on 3D printing projects for each of my channels. I don't think card tricks can be made into a 3D printed thing or product, or make something that uses 3D printed things so you can actually make a packet trick, but I don't know. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm probably going to keep trying to make this puzzle. Oh, hold on. The problem with the puzzle is that I'm trying to wait for hardware, which is going to come out in maybe, or to get here in maybe 2 weeks or so. So that's going to be a while. Anyways, this is me, 22, signing out. Thanks for watching.